Good evening, welcome to Formula Racing League on Sunday, April the 16th for the season opener at Laguna for round one of the PureSimGear Super Sprint Sunday here on PlayStation 5 at Formula Racing League. Absolute pleasure to have you all with us tonight, either watching live or watching back later on. If you are watching live, please do drop a like and comments in the video. It'd be good to have you with us on board throughout this evening. So, got about 10 minutes to go of free practice just before we head into the qualifying session, and we'll bring you the season calendar and the runners and riders for this season in the Super Sprint format, and then we'll bring you a couple of the changes as well to go. So, first of all, let's start off with the competitors. We've got a number of driver changes for this season, but a few familiar faces from those who are familiar with Formula Racing League. I'll just take you through them now. So let's start with the Pro class, shall we? We'll start from the top, currently occupying the top of the leaderboard in free practice. We have Adam Anderson in the Pro category this season. He was racing in AM last year, but he's been promoted to Pro, and that is following his championship winning season in tacos. So Adam Anderson, he is in the 888 Porsche. We then have Wuftka returning, also in the Porsche, so currently the front row is locked out with the German manufacturer. Wuftka, who is an extremely talented and quick driver, he'll be looking to challenge for the Pro title this season, I feel, Dominic Wuftka. We then have Da Silva, 155 McLaren, also another Pro driver. Then we have Buzov in the 95 AMG Mercedes. Buzov, who won the late night series in season 8 on FRL. The late night Thursday was the reigning champion for that, so goes into this season full of confidence, and again he'll be looking to challenge at the sharp end of the grid. Very quick driver on his day. That's Nikola Buzov from Croatia. We then have Frank, and then we have Dan Naisbitt, fully recovered from his knee surgery and raring to go in the Lamborghini this season. I believe he was driving the Mercedes last year. I could be forgiven for having that wrong, but he's in the Lambo. It'll be looking to kill him every single corner, but he seems to like it. So that's Daniel Naisbitt in 242 Lamborghini. Currently occupying 6 as well in free practice, so certainly showing some good pace. We then have BRG Stereotypy currently leaving the pits at turn 1 in the 333 Audi. And then we have Daniel McCutcheon in the Aston Martin. So Daniel McCutcheon is one of the first AM drivers we're coming across this evening. Returning driver. He's very much famous for running out of fuel during races, but hopefully he's got enough fuel in the Aston Martin tonight to last all the way through the 2 races around Laguna Seca tonight. We then have Ben Berryman in the third Porsche on the grid tonight, the 518 Porsche. Ben Berryman, AM class. And then we have the admin for this season in FRL. We have our very own Jay Brooker in the 166 Audi. So Jay, who I believe won the AM tier last season, again he's another driver like Adam Anderson, been promoted to Pro. We then have Carrie Nkanen. I've probably butchered that surname, but let's just go with Carrie. Carrie, a third AM driver tonight, the 909 Audi. We then have, I was about to go to Cletus, but he's just jumped up to 8th. There's Cletus, another AM driver in the BMW. We then have Im Bailey. And then we have Liam Knott, the 4th Porsche. Porsche seems to be a popular choice this season. So Liam Knott, again, one of the drivers being promoted from AM to Pro class. MPL, LV, Pixel of Chaos, again another new promotion to Pro. Jackie Van Eck, the number 72 Audi. Jackie, very popular man around FRL these days. He is producing some fantastic looking trophies for the championship winners in tacos and the ESSA 28 driver swap series. Jackie, thank you for doing that, and a very popular guy. The lucky winners of these championships will be very lucky to have these trophies posted out to them as and when they win the championships. Number 7 BMW, we're now coming up to the back end of the grid where we seem to have a cluster of BMWs. So first one being the number 7 BMW, which is Jason Sargent. Fairly new driver to FRL, but he is certainly quick enough to warrant that pro status. Then we have Jamie Rees, who I believe is, I'm just guessing here, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, but I believe he's coming from PlayStation 4, and so new entrant to PlayStation 5, and if I am correct in that, then it'll be interesting to see how he does tonight, given the fact there is a difference between the 2 versions of the game on PS4 and PS5. Also, the physics on PS5 is a lot more better. It's more in line with the PC version than compared to the PS4. So I believe he's coming from PS4. I could be totally wrong there, completely chatting rubbish, but I'm pretty sure he is. We then got KY Mill. I'm going to go with KY for short. And then we have the grass cutter. Here he is, sat in the pits, looking pretty. The number 79 BMW, Chris Gedman, plays FRL PlayStation head admin. He's not a lot of grass to cut around Laguna Seca. There's a lot of dirt and sand, not a lot of grass in California at the moment. So I'm sure Chris will be busy tonight. I then have Neo Nostra, Jack Davidson, Tro, or as some people call him, Trotty, I believe. Another driver coming from PlayStation 4, but he's got a couple of races on PlayStation 5 under his belt this season. He goes straight into Pro, as he was an extremely quick and competitive driver on PlayStation 4. So Tro 246 will be looking to go well this season. Paul Trotman, by the way, for Tro 246. Then we have Captain in the 134 Audi. So he is currently the 26th driver on grid. We are expecting a full grid tonight, so should be having. Oh, actually, we're expecting 29 drivers. We've unfortunately had a last-minute driver withdraw from the race. We should be having 29. So there's still 3 drivers to jump in the lobby before qualifying gets underway. So let's bring you the race calendar before we get into qualifying. I'm trying to get all the housekeeping done before we get into the thick and fast action of qualifying. So, where are we? Calendar, where are you? So obviously tonight we're at Laguna Seca, infamous track, famous for its corkscrew. It's, I believe Laguna has been operating since the late 50s, maybe the early 60s. It's been used for both, obviously, car and superbike races. It is 2.238 miles with an elevation change of 55 metres. Obviously the most biggest example of that elevation change is the corkscrew at turn 8. Round 2, we head to Japan for Suzuka, April the 23rd. So Suzuka is round 2. Round 3 is going to be the Hungaroring on April the 30th, almost the 20th, then April the 30th for the Hungaroring round 3. Round 4 we head to the Marmite track. I call it Marmite, for those English viewers will understand that reference. You either love it or hate it, and that is going to be Snetterton on May the 7th. I also believe it's going to be a night race as well. So whoever decided to make Snetterton a night race, I don't think there will be a popular person in the paddock. Snetterton on May the 7th is actually the first of a double British header. So on the May the 14th, which is round 5, we head to Silverstone. May 24th, we hop across the pond, or I'll say down to the bottom pond, to Australia, to Bathurst on May 21st. And then we go to the Nürburgring in Germany And then for round 8, it is Misano on June the 4th. Round 9 is Zandvoort, and the season finale will be in South Africa at Kyalami. So quite a varied calendar. It's interesting to see what car choices people have gone for this season. I think a lot of the tracks do suit a more middle-engined car downforce. Not a lot of power-hungry tracks there. I know you've got the Bathurst, you've got Silverstone, but apart from that, the majority of the tracks are all quite downforce heavy, and I think we may see that with the car choices. You know, there's a lot more Porsches on the grid this season. There's a couple of, obviously Audi's are going to be a very strong car. There's a few Aston Martins as well. The BMW is certainly not as popular as it was last season. Bearing in mind we are running with a slightly changed BOP compared to the PC version, so we're running more of an outdated version on BOP. So the BMW is probably a little bit more overpowered compared to the PC version. So that's the drivers, that's the calendar. Tonight we should be being joined by our very own smoking Frenchman, Will Friedman. He's going to be joining me in the commentary booth tonight, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'll let you know when Will joins. But if you are watching live, I think there's quite a lot of you watching live, so please do drop a like on the video. If you've not already subscribed, whack that subscribe button for FRL, and yeah, stay high in the chat. It'd be good to see some of your guys' comments come flying in. I'll do my best to respond to you. Hope you've all had a cracking weekend so far. I'm looking forward to a couple of good races tonight. So that is free practice over and done with. Adam Anderson leads the way with a 123.277. He's got Wolfgang just under 4 tenths behind him, and then Stereotypy rounds out the top 3. There's quite a field spread. There's only 3 people within the second of Anderson, but we'll see how that pace translates to qualifying. And that is the green light. We're away for qualifying here in Laguna Seca. I believe, who is that out? Yeah, I think that is, it is, it's Anderson, isn't it? De Silva, good evening everyone, let's enjoy a good night of racing. Good evening De Silva, welcome, welcome, welcome indeed. Tell you what, let's go on board with Jay for a lap of Laguna. See how he's doing inside the cockpit of that Porsche. Running the Turn 1 sim racing livery. And I believe we've just been joined by the very own smoking Frenchman, Will Friedman. Will, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, just wanted help with the day, but okay now.
Good, happy days. I'm just currently on board with Anderson as he does his warm-up lap for qualifying. He did a 1:23 in practice, so I'm expecting pole to be around probably late high 22s maybe.
Pretty good. This guy is impressive. I see him.
You raced with him last night, didn't you, in a driver swap?
Yeah, but he crashed unfortunately.
So, turn 2, Anderson goes into the Andretti hairpin, trying to get the power on that Porsche, heading into the right-hander of turn 3, down to second gear. Don't go too wide, you can go a little bit wider than that. Turn 4, another right-hander, third gear in the Porsche, early on the power. And this left-hander of turn 5 can be tricky. If you take it wrong and you dip the tyres on the gravel, you can lose a lot of time up the hill. He's quite conservative there.
Yeah, also make sure you don't touch the sausage on his back. You can say hello to the moon.
Very good advice, don't touch the sausage. Will, according to the YouTube chat, people can't hear you. Just double check your settings, mate, on the party chat. Make sure you're... Apparently so. It sounds like I'm talking to myself. So, Will's just checking his settings, guys. When he talks again, just let us know if you can hear him. Meanwhile, while Will does that, let's see the times come in for qualifying. So Anderson goes across and sets a 1:24 flat. Wolfger beats that first round of flying laps with another 24 flat, just under a tenth quicker than Anderson. Naisbitt, Buzov and Liam Knott all in the top 5 at the moment, but these first laps will always be the slowest. The quickest laps will come as the tyres get warmed up and the brake temperatures get into the window. So guys, just to remind you of the format for tonight as well. So it is obviously a 15-minute qualifying session, then we head into a 20-minute sprint race, which is then goes into a 40-minute feature race. We have a sprint and feature, so it's the same format as last season, and it's the one qualifying session for both races. There is no reverse grid or anything like that. So qualifying is important as it sets the grid for both sprint and feature races. Get on board with Wolfger, currently the quickest guy on track. He's improved his... Oh, Anderson, I say that, and as soon as I said that, Anderson's gone provisional pole with a 23.5.
That's weird because I'm feeling sitting today.
So it should be working okay now. Okay. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you can hear Will. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you can. So Ben Berryman currently third, but best in class for AM is dropped down to fourth now, but he is currently the quickest AM on grid. Second off the pace. It's quite interesting that Porsche is currently 3 cars out of the top 4 are currently Porsche. And we've got 27 drivers. Ahmed Al-Douri has now joined. Al-Douri is an extremely quick driver, but he hasn't got a lot of time to get up to speed. He's only just joined the server, but he's currently on track at the moment in the AMG Mercedes.
Okay, just that you can hear me, but not enough because of the...
I can see if I can adjust that for you, bear with it.
I'm at the maximum.
Yeah, you're a bit louder now, yeah.
Hope that's enough.
Should be okay. You seem a bit louder for me now, so that should be fine. So, Wolfger and Anderson are still your top guys, and we've got Ben Berryman currently third, but quickest for AM. And then we've got Liam Knott, who's the 4th Porsche on track, is P5. So 4 out of the top 5 are Porsche. This is boding well, because I've also picked a Porsche for this season. It's a very hard car to drive though.
Yeah, definitely, especially in wet.
Yeah. I mean, coming from the BMW is so easy to drive. It's like you don't have to be very precise with the BMW. You can just go like smash on the brake, smash on the throttle, and the car doesn't move. It's just really stable, really easy.
Yeah, this car seems to be for girls. To be honest.
It's probably why I drove it last season. But I just wanted a change. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. But with the Porsche, it has some weird characteristics. Like sometimes if you lift off the throttle mid corner, you get so much, like you get like snap oversteer. You almost have to like keep the throttle 20-30% just to kind of keep the car stable through some corners.
Yeah,
it really takes different driving.
I experienced the same problem with the McLaren yesterday at Red Hatch.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
As Nikola Buzov slots that AMG Mercedes third on the grid. Buzov, who had a pretty terrible Friday night in the driver swap. They lap one got caught up in an incident, and then I think they ended up finishing 23rd on grid on Friday night. So Buzov will be looking for a better performance tonight. You didn't have much luck either yourself, did you, Friday, Will? A few incidents in your stint one.
Yeah, but that's racing.
Yep.
I just did my best in the second stint with absolutely no warning, because to be honest, I had control of the car with 3 warnings already.
Really?
So I had no so I had no chance for another warning, or I would have a DT. But I was surprised myself to go for full stint without any mistake.
Yeah.
And managed to come back from P23 to P9.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good recovery from where you were. Mark and I had some disastrous luck. He forgot to change the brake pads over from brake pad 1 to 2, so my brakes failed.
I think Adam Anderson is the guy to check, to keep a look at him tonight.
Who's that? Sorry.
I think Adam Anderson is the guy
Anderson,
to keep an eye on tonight.
Very much so, but I've just seen Frank has just gone provisional pole with 23.2.
Yeah.
Good time that, and see if Wolfger can respond, and even Anderson. I think Buzov has got a shout as well. I know he's 5 tenths behind, but he can find that time. So I think we've got a bit of a 4-way battle here for pole position potentially. That's Anderson, look at that. 12. Whew. Oh, the top 3. Wow, that is close. Anderson pulls off to the side of the track, so has he got time to get back out, get some new tyres on? I think he has. So Wifka starts his flying lap. Where is Frank? Frank's coming across sector 3. We'll just stay on board with him to see if he improves his time.
Wolfcar is on a good lap right now.
We'll jump on board with him as soon as Frank crosses the line. Here he's about to come. Has he improved? He doesn't improve. Let's jump to Wolfgar. Let's get on board with him.
Oh no, Wolfgar lost it. I think it's done for this lap. It's 3 tenths south. 4 now.
Yeah. So Ben Berryman still leads AM class. Second in class, you've got Daniel McCutcheon, who is 9th overall, and then you've got Cletus, the 41 BMW, is 3rd in class for AM. So it's sometimes tricky to commentate on because you've got kind of two battles going on in 2 different classes. Yeah. Sometimes I do forget about AM class, but so far it can be really competitive. But Ben Berryman certainly setting the pace in that class at the moment. And there's a couple of pro drivers who are struggling for time. Looking in the grid, I mean,
Laguna Seca is not a usual favorite tracks for people. Maybe that explain.
Yeah, So you've got Trotti in P18 and Da Silva in 27th. He's currently in the pit, so I think he's going to start from, unless he's potentially serving a qualifying ban, I think.
Ahmed Al-Douri is improving. I think he will be something like 7 or something. 7, yeah.
So back on board with Woofka. Let's just try and get on board with Woofka. And we're on board with him now inside that Porsche, coming down the corkscrew. A little bit of traffic ahead of him. The car gets out of the way of the Aston Martin. Coming round turn 10, up to turn 11, the final corner. Heavy on the braking, get the car turned in. That Porsche will be fantastic on the brakes. Good traction out of the corner. Can he improve? He does. So Woofka goes provisional pole position 22.7. That is half a second quicker than everyone else. So Frank's in the box. Anderson's still on track. We're on board with him now. A minute and a half remaining. He's got an Aston Martin in front of him, but he's pulled off to the left, so he's got a clear track. He's coming up to the corkscrew now, so Anderson's got to find half a second here to respond to that time from Woofka. And the corkscrew he goes, gets the car turned in nicely. This is a tricky corner, turn 9.
Yeah, the corkscrew is tricky.
Oh, back end stepped out a little bit there. He's going to lose a couple of tenths there, I think. He's still going. He's going to have time for another flying lap if he's got enough fuel in the car. So he doesn't improve, Anderson, but he's on the final lap now. Woofka and Frank are still in the pits, so this is the only challenger.
Maybe Nikola Duzov can surprise.
Yes, very much so.
No, he's in pits.
Turn 6 for Anderson. He avoids the sausage trip. He's gone wide. That's his qualifying done.
He's done.
Stereotypy takes the flag in P6. A cracking time from Daniel McCutcheon. P7 overall, second in class. I think he's on a flyer now. It looks like he is. Is he pushing? No, he's not. Maybe he is. Yeah, he's still continuing. So McCutcheon about to cross the line. He does not improve. Who else have we got coming across? Car 16, that's Liam Knott. So Liam Knott, here he comes, currently P9. Can he improve? He's a second and a half off the time. He does improve. P4 for Liam Knott. And we've got one more car coming across the line. Can't quite see who that is. It's 134. So that is your qualifying for the first round of PureSimGear Super Sprint Sunday, and Woofka takes pole position here at Laguna Seca with an absolute cracking time of 1 minute 22.735, half a second quicker than the rest of the field. Let's just give you guys a full rundown of the order. So as I said, Woofka P1, Frank in P2 for the front row, Anderson 3rd, Knott 4th, Buzov 5th, Berryman 6th, Stereotypy 7th, McCutcheon 8th, Aldori 9th, Naisbitt 10th, Jay Brooker 11th, Jason Sargent 12th, Cletus 13th, Carey 14th, Pixel of Chaos 15th. In Bailey 16th, Chris Gedman, the grass cutter 17th, LV 18th, Trotty 19th, MPL 20th. And then back of the grid, we've got Jackie Van Eck in 21st, Jack Davison 22nd, Captain in 23rd, KY 24th, Jamie Rees 25th, and then Neo Nostra 26th, De Silva 27th, and then we've got, I think Matthew Clark's joined very late on, so Matthew Clark will be joining at the back of the grid.
Yeah, and Da Silva is a guy who has to serve a quali ban.
That explains it. Yeah, that does ring a bell actually. Interesting though, looking at the timings, Anderson had the quickest. He had purple sector 1, purple sector 3, but he was 2 tenths down to Wufka in sector 2.
Yeah, because those times, those sectors are the best from all laps. So you can, if you click on Anderson, you can see all his laps. I think no, you can't.
I don't think I can now.
Anyway, if you make the math, 21.7 plus 28.5 plus 32.4 will never do 123.2. So those sectors are just the best overall for
right. So it's not
all laps. That explains.
Right. But basically, he couldn't hook it up then when it mattered. So, got a couple of minutes break now just for the server to reset, and then we'll be straight into the 20-minute sprint race. So, Will, I think maybe if you keep an eye on towards the back of the grid for lap 1, that would be good, just in case anything happens.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eyes on the front.
Yeah.
And I'll be back with you in just 1 minute. I'm just going to grab a quick refreshment.
So Lewis, leave me with the mic all alone. I think Ben Berryman and Danny McCutcheon may be a bit stressed being in the middle of all these pro guys.
Right, I'm back. So, Pixel of Chaos, why is he showing as a stop and go penalty?
That's exactly what I was looking at, but I don't know. Maybe no, I don't know. I never seen that penalty before.
That is strange, because normally is it normally 30 seconds for a stop go?
Yeah.
Mr. Coops, you're a natural, Mr. Friedman, he says in the live chat. Look at that, you're already getting the plaudits coming in for your commentary, Will. So there's quite a lot of you watching live at the moment, so guys, as I said earlier, don't forget to drop a like, and yeah, feel free for your comments coming in. What's Jay Brooker been chatting? He's been saying, what's gone on there? Disaster quality, I hate this place. Yeah, Jay, you are...
I see many cars leaving.
Oh?
Yeah, only 19 on the grid.
Oh yes. Are we having some connection issues?
I think I'll have to reset the server with the damp entry lists.
Are you able to do the qualifying?
I'm gonna... Sorry?
I've got the qualifying order if you need it.
Yeah, but we don't need it. I think it's saved in the logs. Just somebody should inform people that we will visit the server. Just with some like 3 minutes practice and then the race.
Yep. I will sort that for you now. So apologies guys, just bear with us for a moment as we're having some technical difficulties.
Oh, I see more people now, 22, 21.
Yeah, they've all lost their positions.
What's wrong with G4? No, it didn't save the
I've got the results. Guys, we're just going to pause the stream for a moment, then we'll be back with you once we've got this sorted out. I'm just going to pause the stream. Okay guys, welcome back to the live stream. Huge apologies for the delay there. We had some technical issues with G-Portal, but we've managed to restart and get the original qualifying order. I think there is just one car who has sadly lost out on their original order due to a late server join, but the majority of drivers have managed to get back in, and we're 30 seconds away from finally going racing.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, no. Will and I have just had about 20 glasses of wine just to get through the last half hour of stress. So, formation lap should now be underway. Just waiting for Wolfka to pull away. Yep, there he goes. So we're awake for the formation lap and we're about to go racing, guys. Whew. I feel like I need a beer already and I'm not even started yet.
Definitely.
So, 4 out the top 5s on your screen are currently the Porsches, and Wolfka leads them around on this helicam. This helicam will give us a nice view before the first lap. Let's just go through the grid to make sure everyone is getting away okay. Yep. So, drivers are probably going to be a little bit stressed now because they've not had any practice for the last 20 minutes. They're going to go straight into it, so I'll be gobsmacked. I'll be very surprised if we make it around lap 1 without no crashes. So there is Ben Berryman at the back of the grid. Unfortunately, he has lost out. He is the one driver who's lost out with that crash, but he's got the pace to make it back through. And we've got 30 cars on grid.
No, 27.
Oh, is it 27, is it? Sorry, it's showing us 30 on the helicam, there we go. So, down the corkscrew, there you go, and they'll be shortly heading into their 2x2 formation. Cool, I bet you need a cigarette now, don't you? So guys, we're moments away from round 1.
Oh, there's car 36 in the pits.
On Neo Nostra, yeah. So we're moments away, guys. The final corner to go, and we're about eventually to get going for Season 9 for Formula Racing League, PlayStation 5, PureSimGear, Super Sprint Sunday. The drivers are about to go.
For some reason, Jack Davidson is sitting at the entry of the pits. Don't know why.
And we're away. We're off. So Wolfka leads them away. Frank in P2. Anderson's got a great start down the inside. Follows him is Liam Knott. Anderson down the inside. Is he going to get P2 off? He is. Oh, they're side by side. So Anderson moves up to second place. Oh, there's been contact between Liam Knott and... is that Frank? I think Frank's had contact. We've got more contact at turn 4. We've got a car sideways, so it's carnage.
Oh, massive carnage.
I think that was LV. Trying to work out who that is. I'll let you work out who those were. But more importantly, Wolfka leads the field. So he's P1. We'll just wait for the grid to resort itself out. Let's just go back to the telemetry. So Wolfka's first, Anderson second, Buzoff is third, Stereotypi fourth, Aldori fifth, Naisbit sixth, McCutcheon seventh, Sarge eighth, Cletus 9th, and Trotty is 10th. That's your top 10 for the first lap. I think there's... Have we got any cars struggling? We've got car 36 at the back of the grid. Who is that? So that's Neo Nostra who joined late.
Yeah.
And then car 19.
And there are couples of cars at the back had troubles.
Right. As we see Trotty go wide of the final corner, he's just lost 4 places there. He's now going to go 3 wide across the line. And Trotty's now down to 14th from that mistake at the final corner. But Wolfgang leads by just over a second to Anderson. Anderson's got the move done on Frank. So where's Frank gone then? So Frank's in the pits with Gedman. So Chris Gedman, that BMW looks absolutely beaten up. So Gedman, Frank are your 2 massive losers from that first lap. As we've got car 7, is that J Sarge? It is. Jason Sargent.
Sarge lost it. He lost it in the sand in turn 3.
And we've got car 18 as well. Pixel of Chaos side by side with Captain. Captain goes through. And then we're on board. Oh, I've got the Audi at the corkscrew, almost losing it there. I think that was Aldori. It is. It's Aldori. It's under pressure from Naisbitt.
Oh, Naisbitt lost it.
Yeah. The Lamborghini. It's a handful, isn't it? As he's now side by side with Cletus. Cletus is going to get the move done in the braking zone. He is. So Cletus moves up to potentially P8. Oh, hang on. Naisbitt's coming back at him.
It's not over yet, I think.
So Naisbitt's going to get the inside for turn 1 if he leaves him space. A little bit
close.
Yeah. He's got to leave him space at turn 1. Hopefully got a car leaving the pit lane. So Naisbitt's down the inside of Cletus. And there's a little bit of contact there between the Lamborghini and the BMW. But I think Naisbitt's got it done. That's Chris Gedman leaving the pit lane. Chris Gedman almost rejoins in the path of Naisbitt. So Gedman's had to go wide to avoid the carnage there.
That's a great fight.
So important.
It's a little train at the front of the race.
Just watching Da Silva up to 13th. He's got LB behind him and carrying 15th, and Liam Knott. This is a little bit of a train forming for the battle for 12th position. If we've got a car there just pulling to the side. We've got a car off. Gedman's off.
Yeah.
Oh, big contact
with Mikanen.
Oh, and that's an Aston Martin. Who's that? 2.5 LV. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there with Chris Gedman. Deary me. Carnage on lap 2. So let's just try and get up there and can see where we are. So the 2 Porsches lead the way.
Jay in the pits.
Jay Brooker entering the pits. Yeah. So Wolfgang is starting to pull away from Anderson, a gap of 2.7. Buzov follows him, but he's got Stereotypy in the Audi not far behind, and then Aldori is joining them. So we've got an interesting battle for 3rd place developing here. Daniel McCutcheon is currently leading AM class, P6 overall. Yep. Great opening couple of laps from him, staying out of trouble. Cletus follows in 7th, but P2 in AM. And the battle for 3rd in AM class is Jackie Van Eyck, currently leads 3rd, but he is all under pressure from Ben Berryman. Ben Berryman, Will, started from back of the grid. He's up to 14th already.
That's a massive recovery.
And I think he's just got past Jackie, so yeah, Berryman moves up to P13. I'm pleased that he's managed to do that, because he did lose out with qualifying, but he's up to 3rd already in class, which is good. So we've got a right train here, all the way down from 14th back. It's just a right train through the corkscrew. Jackie, Clark, Rees, NPL, Gedman. Have we got any retirees? We've got Jack Davison in the pits. Gedman's coming out of the pit lane now for the 2nd time. I don't think he's fixed that damage.
And we also have Michael Clark in P15. He started pretty far on the grid as well.
Oh, he did, yes. So Berriman and Clark, the big gains, yeah. Good spot. Jay Brooker down in 25th. He won't be a happy man inside that Audi. And then Frank in 24th. Frank, who qualified second, had contact with Anderson on turn 3, down in 24th.
And we may have a fight for P4 pretty soon, with Hamed Aldoui catching Stereotypy.
Just on board with them now, yep. Through the corkscrew, there you go. Jay's just messaged me saying I might come into the pits and hand the car over to you. We're staying in this commentary box. We're not driving, Jay. So, I think oh no. Who's that behind Anderson? Is that Backmarker? I think that is Frank. It is, it's Frank, who's down in 24th, currently following Anderson through turn 2. We've got car 36 in the pits as well, that's Neo Nostra. And is that Chris Gedman back in? I think Chris Gedman's back in the pits. Is he? He's having
he has troubles with his internet, maybe.
See, while this is going on, Wolfger is pulling away now, 3.6 second lead. Anderson P2, Buzov third. And then we've got a battle for P4, as you said. So Stereotypy and Aldori really close now. Let's go on board with Aldori actually and get an in-car view.
But Porsche is really dominating here.
Yeah, very much so. Aldori's just lost a little bit of time to Stereotypy in that last sector. Stereotypy's now closing up on Buzov. I've got yellow flags, where's that?
And I noticed that some drivers are using official libraries, which is really great to see.
Yeah, they look really good, don't they? I think Buzov in the 95 Mercedes is using the CrowdStrike livery. Looks really good. So we're on board with Stereotypy, guys. He's just half a second away from Buzov, the car in front. This is the battle for the podium. As we're very quickly halfway through this race almost. Oh, as Buzov has gone wide, that's going to open the door to Stereotypy. Stereotypy goes on through. Buzov has gone wide. And Aldori is now probably going to get a shot at the inside. He is. Aldori sends it up the inside.
It takes his chance.
So, Buzov losing 2 positions there in the space of 1 corner pretty much. Now the battle for M-Class is heating up. Cletus has caught right up to the back of Daniel McCutcheon, P7 overall, and Naisbitt has got a good run up to the corkscrew. Is Naisbitt going to send it up on the outside? This is going to be a very difficult bit of contact. There's contact again.
Yeah.
Contact for the 3rd time. Oh dear me, I think it's that Jay Brooker involved there as well. The back mark, he's getting out of the way of the BMW of Jay Sarge. So the Lamborghini of Naisbitt goes through. A little bit of door banging going on with Cletus. And then now Cletus has got to worry about the number 7 BMW of Jay Sarge. Already, after only 10 minutes, we've got a massive field spread.
Yeah.
Ben Berryman now up to P12. Next up the line for him, P11 now, Ben Berryman. So next up the road for him is Da Silva. But he is 9 seconds up the road. What else have we got going on? LV, P18.
Oh, Jay lost it.
Just lost a little bit of time there, yeah.
I lost the car completely.
Oh, J Brooker. Oh yes, sorry, I've just seen the yellow flag now. 166.
Yeah, in the hill before the crossroad.
Oh, we got a Porsche wide there as well.
Yeah. It's
Liam
Knott, yeah.
I've managed to remember a lot of people's numbers from last season, so when I see like a number on the grid, I'm like, ah, yeah, I know who that is straight away. It's when people change their numbers, and that's when I get confused. But thankfully, everyone's.
But I still wonder what happened to Jack Davidson.
Yeah. As Buzov just dips the tyres on the dust yet again around the same corner. Oh, we've got car 134 off. That is captain. And that Audi, oh, that's got a lot of damage, but he's not boxed, he's continued on. So Buzov is just starting to catch Aldori. The battle for P4, two very quick drivers in Aldori and Buzov.
Yeah, it's cool to see them in the same car for this season. I know Buzov is pretty fast in the Audi, and Ahmed Aldori is pretty good on the Mercedes. He uses this car every time, I think.
Yeah, Buzov was in the Audi last year though, wasn't he? Last season. I think he switched to the Mercedes for this season. I'm not sure if he's using the Mercedes for tacos or not. Oh, as Aldori goes a little bit deep at turn 2.
Yeah. It's pretty close now.
Really good to see two cars using two official liveries.
Yeah.
Wushka really is pulling away. He's got 6 minutes to go to bring this sprint race victory home. He's got a 9-second lead.
And Stereotypy is in charge for P2 with Anderson.
Yeah.
Only 6 minutes remaining, which is, I think, 4 laps.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's got their fuel right. I know last season a couple of drivers miscalculated the fuel and ran out. So, across the line they go. 3 tenths or 2 tenths separating them. Is Buzov going to make a move up the inside or the outside of turn 2? He isn't heavy on the braking. Still can't find a way past Aldori. Let's just go back on board with these actually and give you guys watching a view inside the car. There we go.
Buzov is on the 8 on every corner.
Oh, he's a lot late drilling the brakes there, and he's had to get out of the. Almost went into the back of Aldori. He's lost time there.
Yeah.
And that could be that. Yeah, it is still 4 minutes, so he's still got time, but he's lost a lot of time there.
Yeah, he lost something like half a second there.
Mm-hmm. So McCutcheon still leads AM class. He has got a 11-second lead to Cletus in P8, but second in class overall. And then third in class is Ben Berryman, who has had an absolute cracking sprint race. He started at the back of the grid. He's currently up to 10th overall, but third in class. Got a battle here between Jamie Rees in P14 and LV in 15th.
Yeah, this is the one I'm watching right now.
sound of that Aston Martin sounds so good on the acceleration. So Jamie goes defensive, when he goes to the outside, he has leaves the door open on the inside, but he doesn't take advantage of that LV.
Or Anderson is catching backmarkers, so maybe it's a good spot for Stereotypy to catch him back.
Yeah, you wouldn't normally see the leaders catching back markers in a 20-minute race, so it's we've got a massive field spread after only 20 minutes of racing. Cars all over the track. I think obviously the earlier incidents didn't help with that, so hopefully race 2 is much cleaner. We'll try and find out what happened to a couple of the drivers as well when they pop into Discord at the end of this race. So you always see the BMW in the background of Anderson. They almost lose it on the exit of that corner. And that's J Sarge. Here's the number 7.
I think Buzov given up on Aldori.
Yeah, 2-second gap now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And here we are for round 2 between Jamie Rees and LV. They come across the line again. Is LV close enough to make a move on Jamie Rees? I don't think he's close enough this lap. He's just got to keep it tidy for this next lap, and he can still have one more lap to get a run down turn 1. This is the battle for 5th place in AM class. I think this is the closest battle on track. I can't see anyone else who's within. Yeah. I think LV's a new driver as well. I think he is new to FRL.
I think he joined during the mid-season. Inter-season. I mean.
This is good driving from Jamie. He's not falling to the pressure of having a car directly behind him yet. I think we've got J Sarge off as well in sector 1. We've got car 9. We've got an incident as well. Car 19 yellow flags. Who is that? So that's KY is in the barrier. Or don't reverse into the track. Stay there. So it's been an incident there. He's got to rejoin safely. Oh, he's struggling to get the car going again.
Oh, he's parking.
Yeah, that's him done. Back to the pits.
Leaders on final lap now.
Final lap now.
Here he is, Woofka, just making his way through the back markers here into turn 1.
Oh, Liam's not on Berryman, maybe. Yes, you got him.
Battle of the Porsche.
Yeah, but it's not the same category class anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're an AM driver and you've got a pro behind you, you're just better off letting them go, aren't you? Really, not losing too much time and just. You're not fighting each other really. So Woofka is on the final lap. He's got half a lap to go to bring this victory home. He's got a 10-second lead. A fantastic sprint race from him so far. And McCutcheon is also on the final lap to bring home the AM class victory.
Dominic Woofka definitely mastering this race.
Yeah, very much so. Here he is, round the final corner, checkered flag is waving, and this is going to be the first victory of Season 9 at FRL. Dominic Woofka takes P1 in the sprint race at Laguna Seca. Anderson's going to come home in P2. Got a car a little bit wide at the exit of that corner, but Adam Anderson comes home in second. Stereotypy with a very solid place, third position. Aldori fourth, managed to hold off Buzov in fifth. And Daniel McCutcheon coming home for an AM-class win in the sprint race. P6 overall, cracking race from him. Daniel Naisbitt in the debut for Pro category, P7. Cletus, P8. Da Silva, P9, that's a good result for him. Liam Knott, 10th. Berryman, 11th, that's a great race from Berryman to come back from the back of the grid. If he can get to 11th in 20 minutes, he can aim for higher.
Same for Clark.
Yeah, very good shout. Clark, P12. Yeah. Trotty, 13th.
Reese in the battle right now.
Oh, bit of contact. Is he gonna let him go? I think he is. I think LB's gonna let him go. Yeah, that's good to see.
Oh, Pixel was not far behind.
Yeah. Close finish there between 14th, 15th and 16th. MPL comes across the line in 17th and Jackie Van Eck in 18th. And that is the final cars across. So quite a chaotic first race with a lot of cars having incidents. I think the delay didn't help because people didn't have any practice and they went into that a little bit cold. So hopefully race 2 is a bit cleaner.
I think we'll see some tickets.
Yes. Yeah, I think the stewards have been very busy today anyway. I think they're going to be even busier tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, let's just have a quick look in Discord and see what the drivers are saying. So for those of you who are watching live, just a couple of minutes to go and then the server will reset for race 2. And just to remind you, race 2 is 40 minutes long. There is no pit stop, so it's just 40 minutes of pure racing. So stay tuned for that. We'll be seeing if Dominic Wufka can repeat his sprint race performance. We'll be back with you in a couple of moments, guys, as Will and I just grab a quick drink. So, looks like Jack Davison only put 2 litres of fuel in. That would explain it.
Are we on pause? No. Streaming is still going, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I won't insult anyone.
Yeah, see, Jamie Rees is just saying, great racing, LV, great driving, kept me honest for a long time there. It was a good battle between them two. I know they had a little bit of contact in the last corner, but it was a good battle. So if you're just joining the live stream, guys, we're just waiting for the server to just reset. There's a couple of minutes wait time in between each session, and we've got the feature race coming up. Just while we're waiting for that, let's just bring you what's upcoming on FRL this week. So let me just bring up the post.
There is Taco tomorrow. No,
Tuesday.
Taco in Tuesday. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Tuesday the 18th, this coming Tuesday, we have the season opener of Taco Tuesday. It's sponsored by Next Level Racing. We've got 3 tiers this season, guys. We've got Pro Tier, Pro Am and Am. I believe the number of drivers is looking quite high. I think I'm going to have full grids in Pro and Pro-Am. I think Am tier is a little bit lower, but sign-ups are still open for that if you're interested in getting involved. It's worth noting both Pro and Pro-Am tiers, so both Tier 1 and Tier 2, will be live streamed. We've got Tom Cairns doing live commentary for the Pro tier, and we've got Darren Mark doing commentary for Tier 2 Pro-Am, I believe. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that on YouTube this week, guys. Then Thursday the 20th, we've got the late night opener. So that is just a bit more of a casual series, ran by our very own Mark. Mark will be running that. As I said, it's more of a casual series where you can just turn up and just race later on a Thursday night. Buzov won the championship last season. Very close championship between myself, Buzov, and Hutch. But unfortunately for me, Buzov managed to pip us to the post for the title. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we have a 2-week break, and then we have round 3 of the driver swap, and we're going to be heading to Bathurst in Australia for round 3 of the SF28 driver swap.
It's dead alive.
Yes, that one there is going to be carnage. That will also be on YouTube, guys. So if you fancy watching Will and I potentially crash on lap 1, then definitely watch that live. That'll be on YouTube as well for the 3 hours of Bathurst.
Shut up.
To be honest, I'm doing, because Mark and I, we alternate, we switch each race who does qualifying in stint 1. So he did qualifying in stint 1 at Donington. I'm doing qualifying in stint 1 at Bathurst, and I am already nervous. I hate that one. It's just about survival.
Maybe if you don't fuck up with the brakes, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and driver swap. Yeah, we had an issue, but I got my keyboard ready this time, so if it happens again, we can quickly switch into the car. But it was a disaster. It really wasn't very good, but still fun. It was good fun. So cars are back onto the grid, freshly fueled, new tyres, and they'll be ready to go in 1 minute's time for the feature race, 40 minutes of racing. Qualifying order is as it was for the sprint race, so Dominic Wufka is on pole, and Frank will be looking for a better start. He got into a little bit of trouble on the turn 4, and fell down.
First race.
Yeah, so he'll be looking for a better start this time round.
Seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Okay, engines are started, and we're about to start the formation lap. So that's Dominic Wufka leading them away. I think everyone has managed to get onto the grid in time. Yep, there's no cars in the pit, so we're good. 27 cars.
I'm gonna leave you during the formation lap. Be right back.
No problem at all. So, ladies and gents, if I was a betting man, Will's potentially gone to the garage to have a nice cigarette. So, formation lap underway, guys. Drivers just weaving, getting some temperature into their tyres, getting the brake temps up as well, and hopefully they've remembered to put a bit extra fuel in the car, because it is double the race time. It's gone from 20 minutes to 40 minutes. Just a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters as well. Thank you for all those who do subscribe to the Patreon membership. It is very much appreciated support. All the costs go towards the running of FRL, such as the server costs and commentary, etc. Even though Will and I are doing this for free, just an FYI. So yeah, thank you for that. For the members, if you're not yet a Patreon member, you can join for as little as about £3 or about €3 if you're not in the UK. Probably cheaper than a coffee. So if you do race with FRL and enjoy the series, enjoy the organisation, please do consider subscribing to the Patreon. There is 3 tiers of benefits, each tier offering different certain benefits with that. So you get your own personalised racing number, and you get your personal driver name in the lobby. As you see, some drivers have got their real name, some have got their PSN name. So that is one of the benefits of subscribing to Patreon.
I'm back.
Cool. I was just talking through the benefits of the Patreon membership. I was just saying thank you to all the Patreon subscribers.
Ah, yeah, with the names, etc.
So we're about to the cars are in the 2x2. We're around the final corner and the green flag is about to drop. We're about to go racing again for this for the feature race at Laguna Seca. Here we go. Green flag any moment now, and we're off. Green. Dominic Wifka leads him away, and Frank has got quite a bad start again. Anderson's down the inside already, even before turn 2. And I think Liam Knott's having a look down the inside as well. Liam Knott is, so that's Liam Knott going through.
There's some contacts behind.
Oh,
but
front of the grid is clean so far. It's too wide into turn 4. Aldori on the inside of, I think that is Naisbitt in the Lamborghini. Oh, a little bit of contact there. I think that is Jay Brooker. Potentially Jay Brooker, a little bit of contact. It is. It's Jay Brooker. I think he's been touched by his teammate, the Daniel McCutcheon. He won't be happy with that. He'll be on the chat, on the radio, having a go at him. But he's managed to keep it on track. It was only a very minor bump, but so far, it all seems pretty clean.
Yeah, but the course crew is not here yet. We'll see that now.
Yeah. Here's Wifka, here's Anderson, here's Knott, here's Frank, all through the corkscrew one by one. So, oh, got inside, that car down the inside.
Yeah. Visage inside.
Oh, and he's lost it on the exit as well. So McCutcheon goes to the outside and goes ahead of Sarge. So I don't think McCutcheon will be that impressed with that late dive bomb at the corkscrew, but he managed to avoid any contact. Oh, we've got a car off.
Yeah, it's an Audi.
Oh, big accident. Number of cars off.
Nikanen was off.
That's Chris Gedman again. Oh, the look for Chris Gedman. Oh, who's that? Number 12. Number 7. No, sorry, number 72. It was Jackie Van Eck. Jackie Van Eck and Gedman coming together. Deary me. But let's just focus on the top of the leaderboard, because we've got the front 3, all Porsche. Liam Knott, who managed to get ahead of Frank at turn 1, is under significant pressure from Frank as they head up to the corkscrew for the second lap. Wifka already pulling away from Anderson, but the battle for third place is heating up.
Yeah, with Frank being there. He lost 2 places in the first lap, but maybe he can continue to fight.
Question is, how many cars are carrying damage? Because it looked like 4 or 5 cars at the final corner of lap 1. It was a bit of a pile up. But so far, all the cars are still running. No one's diving into the pits. As I think
Jay Brooker on the fight with Ahmed Aldori.
Just jumping on board now, yep. Pick this one up, so Jay Brooker, P9 currently. The top 9 all occupied by pro drivers. Daniel McCutcheon is still leading AM class as he did in the sprint race. Cletus is second, and KM Carey is in 15th overall, but P3 for AM class. He has got M Clark again, back of the grid, up to 16th. Ben Berryman as well, 18th. We've got Jay Brookers off at the corkscrew. Yellow flags. Yeah, not sure if there was contact or not.
Oh, nice bit as well. Nice bit to go.
Oh dear, yeah. He's now under pressure from Cletus. So this is down, he's lost a number of places. I think he's lost about 5 places there. Yeah, he's down to, where is he? He's at P10 now, Naisbit, so yeah, he has lost a few places. Right, let's try and find...
Jay lost so much places.
I don't know if there was contact or not. I don't know if he just lost it on his own or there was contact, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna check the replay just to...
So, Chris Gedman and Jackie Vanette carry on. They are back of the grid after that lap long incident, but they are still carrying on. Currently occupying 26th and 27th. MPL's 25th, Pixel Chaos 24. And there are a number of AM drivers battling away the bottom end of the grid. Anderson's just trying to keep in touch and distance of Woofker as well. Oh, we've got Liam Knott. I think we've got car number 16 off yet. Liam Knott has gone wide at the corkscrew and he's now lost. Also, I think he's gone down to P6, Liam Knott. So, Frank...
Jay Brooker lost it all by himself.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was late on brakes and decided to go off track just to avoid Aldori.
Right. So drivers are just settling down now into their race pace. It's being a longer race, they just need to settle into their race pace and just the adrenaline of lap 1 and 2 over.
I see that Anderson managed to take some breath over Frank and Rudolph.
Yep. And the gap is 2 seconds to Woofker. He's not pulling away as he did in the sprint race so far.
Less than 2 seconds now. He's coming back on Woofker.
Oh, car 18, yellow flags. That is Pixel of Chaos. It's off at turn 5.
And he's doing donuts just to rejoin. But back to Jay Brooker in the class crew. Is now in the back of Imbai, I think.
Yes, Imbai, yeah. He's not full position, so hopefully he can skip through these AM drivers without too much hassle. If they are smart, they'll just let him through without losing too much time because they're not battling for the same championship. Imbai is going to the inside. Is Jay going to have a look? No, he is. Oh, you got to flag that out of the final corner. That is Jack Davidson is avoiding the barrier. Jack Davidson in the BMW.
Oh yeah. It's not his day.
No, definitely not. I'm just on board now with the battle for 10th position. So J Sarge is closing up to Naisbit, and then behind them is Cletus. But Naisbit certainly under pressure from Jason Sargent. J Sarge, still fairly new driver to FRA, only joined I think halfway through last season, but he's a very quick driver.
No, well, yeah, but he's actually an old driver, but
Oh,
he
right.
left for a moment. Yeah, he left for a moment and decided to join back. He took a long break.
A long break. So battle out front is still fairly close.
Yeah.
Gaps are just stabilising a little bit. Aldori's within half a second of Liam Knott for P7. Liam Knott, who was running third but had a mistake at the corkscrew.
He's very close now.
Yeah, is he going to have a look at the inside? I think Liam Knott's gone defensive, gone to the outside, Aldori.
Outside there. Very good defense from Liam.
Yep. So, we've got 3 cars in the pits. They are Pixel of Chaos, Jack Davidson and Imbai, all coming into the pits. And poor old Chris Gedman is still running, but he's been involved in a lot of incidents. I've got a little bit of on-screen lag there.
Yeah, I see him laggy since first race.
So, yeah, definitely got internet issues because his ping is very high as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure MPO is not enjoying watching a car dance around in front of him.
Oh, Sarge. No, not here. The final corner, maybe. In the
Yep,
corner
Cletus
six.
has got a good... Oh.
Yeah, he got the inside now. He got him.
So yeah, this is Trotty and J-Sarge. Trotty's to the inside. J-Sarge is late on the brakes. He's having a look at the inside, gone for the switcheroo. He's got to leave him some space, a little bit of contact.
Little contact there.
Trotty's got now the inside to the right-hander. And while them two are battling, Da Silva is closing up in the McLaren. Let's go on board with these guys actually, get you some in-car view. On board with J-Sarge now, P12 battling away with Trotty. If Trotty goes wide, J-Sarge goes all the way through.
And Da Silva will take him.
Yeah, Da Silva's got him, so that's 2 places lost for Trotty. And he's now got KM in the AM class behind in P14. He's got Clark.
And it's a very long train of cars here after the crossbreak.
Oh, that's KM almost loses it on the exit. Trotty will be... He's a quick drive. Oh, late dive from Clark there. Clark having to get out of the braking zone to avoid contact with KM. That's Clark going to lose a couple of positions. He's now side by side with Jay Brooker.
Yeah.
Oh no, with
Berryman.
yeah. It's because they run the same livery, those guys, all from the same racing team. In their yellow, pink and blue cars. I was just about to say about Trotty, he's a quick driver, but he's going to have some time to adjust because he's coming from PlayStation 4. As you did, Will. You know, it does take a couple of weeks, you know, a month or two to get.
No, not a couple of weeks, couple of months.
Yeah, it's certainly different.
It's completely different. Completely.
Is it just the grip? Is it just like the grip, the tyres?
No, the grip, the tire physics, the input turning. Yeah, many things are different. The weight of the car, you feel it more.
I was reading about the upcoming 1.9 on PC. Some of their changes that are coming sound very interesting. The tyres have completely changed for 1.9, so there's no longer going to be a perfect PSI. So you know how everyone always tries to get 27.5. The new update, the tyres will have a wider operating window, so anything from 27 to 28 will be the correct operating window for them. So I think there's also going to be changes to the dampers and suspension, but they've not revealed yet what those are, but the tyres have changed a lot. Oh, we've got a car off. Who's that? I think, is that Liam Knott? It is Liam Knott's off. What's happened there? Liam Knott has not got going again, he's just gone off the track.
Maybe you want to pee? Just above the tires, the wall of tires.
I'm just going to have a quick look at Naisbit as well, because we've got a car off as well at the corkscrew, 909, is it 909? I can't quite see, yes, car 909. Oh, it's KM.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of damage to the front of that Audi. Its front bonnet is flapping around. That won't be passing an MOT.
Wufka now starts to control the race, I think.
Yes, Lee's gone to 4.1, hasn't it?
And same for Anderson. I think the best choice would be to just consolidate his P2 over Frank.
Yeah, the top.
Do not try to push hard and catch Wufka, because I think he can't.
Make a mistake. It's easy to make a mistake around here if you push too hard. The top 7 or even the top 8 are very much spread out, and that will be good news to McCutcheon, who still leads the AM class. He's got a very healthy lead. What is helping McCutcheon though is Cletus is being held up by Naisbit. Naisbit does seem to be struggling a little bit in that Lamborghini, and there's a bit of a train forming behind Naisbit. Car 258 has just gone back to the pits, that's LV. So, battle for 11th place on your screen, guys. The silver car 155 battling with J Sarge. As I keep reminding you guys, if you are watching live, there's quite a lot of you watching live, do drop a like on the video, drop us your comments. We have the Smoking Frenchman in the commentary box tonight. If you have any questions for Will, then feel free to drop the comments in. He will do his best to answer them. Just don't ask him about his job. He can't talk to you about his job. It's top secret.
Oh, I'm sorry if I don't answer too quick, or if I have troubles to find my words, because, as you know, since English is not my native language, mais je peux parler en français si vous préférez.
So, Cletus, this battle for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th really is very close. All of them following within a second of each other. Cletus wants to start catching McCutcheon. He's really got to get past Naisbit ASAP. He's got a long way to go, because even if he does get past Naisbit, he's got 9 seconds to catch McCutcheon.
And I have Guzov catching 30 feet for P4.
Yeah, just on board with Buzzy now. Who's off? And he is certainly catching the stereotypy. Gap now, what, 7/10? Yep, 7/10.
And Aldori is not far behind. Almost half of the race for now.
Oh, we've got Clark down the inside of Trotty, I think. Yep, Trotty has lost the position to Clark, so Clark's now up to P12. Solid drive from him from back of the grid again. That is third place in AM class, but he has got Ben Berryman catching them at a rate of knots. We're on board with Berryman now. He's got the pro driver of Trotty in between them though, so if he wants to get on the podium in AM class, he's got to dispatch that pro driver quickly.
Yeah, oh, he's off.
Yeah, Trotty is struggling in that Aston Martin.
No. Clark.
Oh, Clark's off. Oh yes. Yeah, let's change my camera view. There we go. Yeah. Oh, so Trotty's wide.
It's very close.
Oh,
And
on the grass.
We are halfway through.
It's not grass, it's
Keep
sand.
Sand. Oh, we've got car 258. Corkscrew. Who is that? Oh, that's LB. He's, according to the camera, he's in the trees. Oh, he's well off. He's completely off. What is happening there? And that's his race done. Oh, Clark has struggled, and Liam Berryman's going to get the run. Yeah, Berryman's got him.
Yeah.
And now Trotty is having a look up at the inside. Nice. Oh no, he doesn't get him up the inside.
Yeah, Berryman is now on podium for AM class.
Yep. And we have a close battle here. Chris Gedman is catching KY for the battle for 19th. Go on, Chris.
It's complicated for drivers when others have black spikes like this.
Yeah, very much so. It's quite off-putting seeing a car in your mirror.
It was my case few races back. You remember at Kailami?
You don't remind me of that. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just back on board now with Cletus. He's still stuck behind Naisbit. Ah, what's happened to Aldori? Aldori's...
Yeah, I just realized he lost it somewhere. Shame because he was closing on Buzov.
And in the back,
pushing too hard.
I think Da Silva has just overtaken J Sarge. He has. Da Silva moves up to P10. Battle of the pro drivers down in 10th and 11th. Battle for 8th and 9th in class.
Oof. Sarge had to react very quick to not push Da Silva off in the cross crew.
Now, I'm just joining on board with Buzov because he's very close to Stereotypy now. He's right on the rear of that Audi. So Buzov is pushing for P4 here. I think...
Oh, maybe inside him now. He stay behind.
He's going to have a move down the inside. I think he is. He is. Buzov down the inside of Stereotypy. A little bit of contact. It's fair racing.
There.
Leave him space, and he's going to have better exit though, Stereotypy. This is going to continue into the corkscrew. Almost goes a little bit wide there. He's got a very good run though, Buzov. He's going to be sensible though in just follow him through the corkscrew.
You can see here that there's many different ways to drive, because on my side I would have stayed right behind Stereotypy for a very long time until he made a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not that aggressive like Busoff is.
Yeah, sometimes just sitting behind a driver for like lap after lap, eventually the pressure will get to them. My favourite tactic, I like to just, gone a little bit deep. I like to just, I like to just sit behind the driver and then on the straight, just swing my car out to make it look like I'm going for the inside move, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Good exit.
Move there. Yeah.
Great overtake from Busoff, but it's not over just yet. Stereotypy could come back at him.
No, it's done. Very good move. Perfect.
Great racing from the two pro drivers there. So that's Busoff up into 4th place. Busoff
maybe. He's off.
Yeah.
He's off.
That great overtake. Now back to square one.
He has to do it again.
Let's just join on board with Cletus because he is still. Now, who's that BMW ahead of them? Is that?
It's not. Oh, it's MPL.
Oh, right. And J Sarge is off as well, and Liam Knott is off again. So Berryman now moves ahead of J Sarge. Clark has moved ahead of J Sarge. And he's now got Trotty coming up as well. So, got car 88 is in Bali. He's just stopped in the middle of the track there and he's just letting cars go by. So he's down in 25th position.
Where is he? I don't see him. Ah, here. Okay.
Gedman's gone wide. He's kept it on though. Still battling away with Jamie Rees. These two have got history, racing together from the old days. Before the race, Jamie Rees was saying to Chris Gedman that he'll be watching out for him. Gedman really is suffering with lag there, the car is all over the place. McCutcheon is now on the back of Aldori as well, so Aldori really is struggling. So we're over halfway into this race guys, we've got 12 minutes remaining of this feature race. Dominic Woofka leads the way with 8.3 second gap to Adam Anderson. The Porsche's locking out the front row so far. Frank is in P3 with a very healthy lead to Stereotypy, but the battle for 4th place is not yet over, as we have seen Busoff and Stereotypy battling away. And we've got McCutcheon all over the back of Aldori as well.
And I think Frank is coming back and Anderson.
Ever so slightly, yes, yeah.
Yeah, only 1.2 seconds now. It was 3 at the moment earlier in the race.
for with McCutcheon now in the 778 Aston Martin. He's on the back of that struggling AMG Mercedes of Aldori. McCutcheon is a little bit wide. I've had a comment coming on YouTube asking me for my POV settings. I can show you them after the race. Obviously it is dependent on FOV, not POV, sorry, FOV settings. I can show you them at the end of the race, but obviously it's dependent on how close you are and you know what your arrangement is. I'm quite close to my screen, so my FOV is quite close to the dashboard, as you can probably tell. But we're on board with Berryman. Berryman's about to get a run on Cletus, the 41 BMW. Cletus goes to the outside, Berryman's having a look to the inside, he isn't. Oh, a little bit of a switcheroo from Berryman. Porsche is very good on exit. Yeah, it's a good view, Fast R. It's basically the view without the steering wheel, if that makes sense. Berryman, very good run here now. He's going to have the inside to Cletus. Cletus doesn't shut the door. It's good racing from the both of them, and that is Ben Berryman up into 10th place. And that is at second place in class for Ben Berryman.
Cletus has very full. There's someone, nice bit, I think. Yeah. Nice bit is off.
Oh, yeah, just seen that. I think Jay Brook is off again as well. He is. Jay Brook is off at the corkscrew again. Down in 15th position he's now got. And he's got quite a big gap to the next car. And Boozoff, we've missed, Boozoff has got ahead of Stereotypy as well, so that is Boozoff up into 4th position. I'm just on board with Woofka as well, because he's coming up to quite a lot of back markers now, so I'm just going to stay on board with Woofka just to see how he manages these back markers as Chris Gedman is off at the corkscrew. Car number 79, yellow flags are out. And I think, who is that? Car number 88. Barley. So here comes Woofka, he's now, that's one back marker dispatched. He's got 7, the gap has, he has lost a second or so far in this traffic. Gap now down to 7.8 I think. There is 7 minutes remaining, so Anderson's got to catch him at a second a lap just to even have a chance here. But the drivers ahead of him are battling away, so this could just get a little bit interesting if Woofka is not careful.
Yeah.
Coming up to the corkscrew. So one car, the BMW lets him through. And that's KY. And he's now coming up to the back of Captain. So this is P18 and 17 who is back going through the back markers. Cap down to 6.9. Anderson, other things, Anderson's also got to get through this traffic as well.
6.3 now, but it's not enough to attack Wufka, I think. Or maybe Wufka just has to do a mistake, but I doubt about it.
Yeah, he's only got one car to go now, which is I think Jamie Rees 108 BMW. So I think he's going to let him through on the straight. He is. He's going to have to do it carefully not to let that Audi through. Oh, Captain's now on the inside of Jamie Rees. We're going to go side by side into the corkscrew, I think. Yeah, they are. Captain's got them all the way off track. Ooh. Captain's off.
Yeah.
Gap down to 5.9, but as you say, it's not enough.
And Berryman is pretty rapid considering he started last game.
Yeah, I mean
currently P2 in AM.
Yeah, great drive. I'm just watching Stereotypy as well. He's recapturing Buzov, so that battle is not over.
Oh.
I don't know why, my central heating is turned on. It's absolutely boiling in here. So, heading into the final 4 minutes of this race, let's just calculate where we are. If you see car 134 of Captain off at the corkscrew, not the first car to do that tonight. So Dominic Wufka leads, the gap has now gone back up to 6.6 as he lost a few seconds going through the traffic, but Anderson then likewise had to go through the same traffic. So we're on board with Anderson now. I mean, all these cars around him are all battling for position. It's not easy to thread your way through. He's down the inside of KY. And Ben Berryman is now on the back of Dan Naisbitt.
Yeah. Maybe we'll try the outside of turn 1 with a very late brake.
That Porsche is so good on the brakes. It really can stop a lot later. It's very good on acceleration as well. Oh, Buzov is off.
Yeah.
And McCutcheon. Oh dear. What has happened here? We've got cars having to go offline. So Buzov and McCutcheon, what has happened there? McCutcheon, oh dear me, he can't. He's got a clear track now if he goes. He's going now. How much positions has he lost? Will, do you want to have a look on replay and see what happened there between McCutcheon and Buzov?
Yeah.
Oh, Buzov is back to the pits. Oh, dearie me. So what that has done, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Berryman moves up to AM-Class lead with Cletus second and Clark third from the back of the grid. That would be a great result for him, but he's not settled with third. He's on the back of Cletus for P2 in AM-Class with 1.5 minutes remaining. Daniel McCutcheon's in the box. It's awful news for him. We're just on board with Frank as well. He's closed the gap to Anderson with a second, so battle for second place maybe not over just yet.
Oh, Buzov lost it by himself, hitting the sausage in 10-3. And oh, it's he went backwards to rejoin the track, but McCutcheon was there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dearie me. McCutcheon will not be a happy man.
Definitely. I'm gonna check McCutcheon view.
I was just commenting on Clark. He's gone off. Oh. So where's he fell down to now? So here we are, last lap for the leader. Dominic Woofka is coming home to start the season with a double race win in the sprint and feature race. He rounds the final two corners. It's been a sublime drive from him tonight. Dominic Woofka, the 212 Porsche, round the final corner. Checkered flag is waving, and this will be
maximum points for him.
Maximum points. Great drive.
Double win plus pole.
Well, Anderson has a very close finish between him and Frank, but Anderson's going to take P2. Frank is third. Aldori is quite a way back, but it's going to come home in fourth place.
Oh, but by the way, I think we don't have bonus points for poles anymore, right? I think
No.
it's just the best lap right now.
Yes. So Aldori in fourth place. Stereotypi in fifth. The Silva
in a battle with
Naisbit, yeah. Looked like there's a little bit of close action there, but they're going to come home in sixth and seventh. Ben Berryman from the back of the grid. Wow.
Winner. No. Yeah, winner. Is winner of AM, actually.
Yes. Yeah. AM class win for Ben Berryman.
Yeah. Then we have Sarge, Troll, and Cletus. Got P2 in AM and Clark P3. Well done for the podium, guys.
Clark also from back of the grid as well.
Yeah. So
let's just bring you full classify order towards the back of the grid for race 2. So where do we get up to? So Clark, as Will just mentioned, took third place in class, but P12 overall. Jay Brookles 13th, Jamie Rees 14th, KY 15th, Jackie Van Eck 16th, Captain 17th, Gedman 18th, Buzov, who we saw have that incident with McCutcheon, they both finished 19th and 20th. Jack Davison 21st, MPR 22nd, KM 23rd, Liam Knott having a disastrous race there in 24th, and likewise Pixel of Chaos in 25th. And that is your race order for race 2. So I think we're going to see a few tickets.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there will be a ticket against Buzov, I think.
Yeah. For the unsafe track rejoin.
Yeah.
Just getting these screenshots. Oh, I don't need the screenshots anymore, do we? Because it's on ordered on the sim grid. I'll take them just in case though. So guys, that has been the racing tonight. Apologies again for the half-hour delay at the start of the race of race 1. It was G-Portal issues, but Will here managed to do his magic and sort it out. But we've managed to get racing, and that's the main important thing. thank you for joining us on the live stream. It's been great to have you with us all, and look forward to Tuesday night with Start of Tacos. As I said earlier, both Tier 1s and 2 will be live streamed on FRL. Commentary by Tom Cairns and Darren Mark. Will, thank you for joining me in the commentary box, mate. It's been nice to have someone with me doing the commentary.
Yeah, no problem. Even though I'm pretty sure, even though I'm bad on track, I'm pretty sure I'm even worse on mic.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's been very good, mate. It's hard when you're on your own to keep up with all the action. So you've been very helpful, pointing out all the battles and all the incidents. So, guys, stay tuned on Discord. If you want to get involved in the races, make sure you check out the check-in post. Get yourself checked in for the races. If you're not yet signed up, head to SimGrid and do all the sign-up procedures. You can get involved with the racing here at FRL. It's all on PlayStation 5, ACC, and we've got a number of series for you to get involved in. So, yeah, check it out on Discord.
Yeah, and can I add that don't forget to check in at least 24 hours before the event, because at 24 hours before the event we close the sign up just to make the entry list. So at this moment there will be no more move on the check-in post.
Yeah, very good reminder. Cool. Nice one. Right, well, I think we'll call it a day, and we'll catch you guys next week for round 2, which is going to be Suzuka. So, take care, guys. Have a good week, and see you all next time.
Yeah, see you later.